So I've been asked several times to show off my Vacuform machine, which I built. So here I am finally doing it. The basic design I got from a how-to video, also on YouTube, xrobots.co.uk, I believe. All of his plans and schematics are on his website there, and like I said, he's got a great video. I basically did the same exact thing. I made a few modifications, not much. So here's the board itself. As you can see, I got a ton of holes. I think there's 400 holes in here. The original one by X Robots was, I think he said he hand drilled 70 holes. I have access to a CNC machine, so I figured, why not make life easier and do it that way. But this is the actual table itself. Underneath here, I've got the port for the vacuum. I started off using a simple 5 horsepower vacuum, and I moved up to a 6.5 horsepower vacuum that I picked up on sale at Menards. Over here is my oven. As you can see, I've lined the sides with aluminum tape and aluminum foil. At the bottom, we've got two used to be Sunbeam quartz heaters. Originally, I had built this to just tip the heaters over on their backs and use that as the heating element. Unfortunately, they had anti-tip sensors, so if they were on their back, they wouldn't work. And me being cheap, rather than buy a quartz heater that didn't have that feature on it, I just disassembled them and wired them straight in. I can't recommend that to anybody. I did it because I figured, why not? This thing only runs for about 15 minutes at a time and never unattended, so to me it seemed like a fair trade-off. Just a little bit of a close-up. Like I said, these are just two off-the-shelf quartz heaters. I think I paid $8 or $9 for them a piece off of eBay or something. I can't really remember what it was. But they just plug right in. The original design called for a 2,000 watt heater, but because of electrical voltages, we don't have those in America. So I did try and run with one 1,500 watt quartz heater, but that didn't work too well. So I bought the second one, so I've got two. So over here we've got the plate holder for the plastic, which I've got two different examples over here. White one is 0.03 inch hips. High impact polystyrene. It's really good for this type of thing. And then underneath it is 0.06 inch ABS, which some of you may know from the 3D printing world is one of the more common filaments for 3D printing. HIPS also exists in the 3D printing world. It's just not as common. So basically you take this, put it down on the plate holder, then you put the other plate holder on top and screw the whole thing down. I'll do a little cutaway because it takes me a bit to do that. You'll notice I've got these lovely arrows on there. Normally, if you built it right, you wouldn't have to worry about that, but unfortunately, I hadn't zeroed in my brand new table saw yet, and so mine's a little uneven. That's why I have to remember which way goes which way. So I'm going to screw this down. I'll show you the completed plate carrier, and then I'll start up the oven. Okay, so I have put the holder for my plastic together here. Just tighten these down. It's 8 different bolts, one on each corner. You should be able to build a quick release way to do this, but I haven't bothered yet because the bolts are fine and it works easy and cheap. And that was kind of the whole goal about this project, is keep it under 40 bucks. So once it's in there, you see it's sandwiched in. I've got a layer of window treatment around the edges to create a seal. You take it over, and we got the oven going already. As you can see, it's nice and hot. And we just place our plastic on the oven, and we let it sit for about anywhere between 7 to 9 minutes. And when it's ready to go, we'll put it on the Vacuform machine, and we will Vacuform our, I think it's a little dragon mask today. So I will cut away again and see you as soon as this plastic is ready to go. Okay, so it's been about 7-8 minutes. The plastic is nice and bowed. You tap it, it jiggles a little bit. It's a little sticky to your fingers. It's about where we want it. So I'm going to turn the vacuum on, move this piece over on top of our mask, and it should work, provided we have no issues today. So I'm going to turn the vacuum on. It'll get a little loud in here, and you guys can watch as it's molded. So there we go, one molded 3D printed mask. This is 0.03 hips. It's easily cut with a household scissors. I usually cut it out with the scissors and then just use an X-Acto knife to trim around the edges to get the rest of the model out. One thing you want to be careful of is you don't want a lot of overhangs on any piece you're trying to vacuform, or you won't be able to get it out without destroying the piece. This is a pretty good mask to vacuform. It pretty much, once you cut it out of the plastic, it peels right out very easy. So if you guys have any questions, comments, feel free to post them in the link, and I'll see if I can answer. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.